Guys, welcome to Blissful Spaces. This is where I garden, cook healthy meals, and other favorites. I've got a surprise for you. Watch all the way to the end, and I will give you a walk around. I'll show you what's growing in the garden. But first, let's watch these baby birds. They've hatched. Right there is the big nest, and she's been gardening. Actually, I need to look it up because I think it's the male bird, so that's why I kind of backed away. There it goes. You guys, I can't make this up. Nature in my garden, wildlife. You saw the bird just go in there. Birds that have been nesting in my blueberry bushes, and then also in my muscadine grape bushes. I got a little hummingbird in there. Of course, there's pomegranate. Every time I step into my vegetable garden, the birds all fly out. I had 4 eggs in a bird's nest. Bird on the fence sitting right here with worms in its mouth, and then it flew in. I knew that the babies had hatched. So I do have things growing in my garden, but my garden is kind of on a standstill because the angle of the garden, I need to get back there and like prune stuff and add some more seeds. And of course, every time I step in the garden, I'm disturbing the birds. I will have my garden back again soon. Let's do a quick little tour of the garden and I'll show you what's growing. I have my kiwi that's growing very well. My pomegranate plants. I've got a Russian pomegranate plant right here. It's 2 years old. And then a wonderful pomegranate plant right here. And then of course I have my muscadine grapes that will be, actually they're so fertile. And of course I'll have 6 different variety of grapes. All right, so I'm on the other side and I just wanted to kind of show you all the grapes that I have growing in here. Look at that. Looks like I have some broccoli that is just about ready. Look at that. A couple of broccoli heads. I have lots of kale growing in the garden, lots of onions. I've already did an onion harvest. I might add a little clip to this video. And then of course I kept a few onions so that I can just come out, pick them, harvest them as I need them. I do love using the onion flower tips. Those are really good stir-fried in dishes. I'm allowing some of my kale to bloom, and there it goes. There goes another one with the worms. Oops, did I miss it? I was trying to get the video of it hopping into the bush, but yeah, so It's not that I haven't been gardening, because if you are a subscriber and you've been here, been watching my YouTube garden channel series, you know that I garden year round. I'm just keeping the camera on this area, and just in case they decide to pop out. You know that I garden year round. So I always have organic vegetables, flowers. I companion plant, so I have vegetables, flowers, herbs, fruits mixed in together. I have some blueberries back there. I'll add a clip. So I'm starting to get a bloom, and the carrot blooms are absolutely beautiful. They also attract the beneficial pollinators to your garden. And then the flowers, the plants are beautiful. I have bee balm. I've shared a clip of my section where I encourage the hummingbirds to come to the garden. Swiss chard, cabbage. I've harvested my green cabbage. I've got a couple of peppers. Normally I have tons of peppers in the ground. I have tons of eggplants. I do have my peonies and dahlias in the ground. Peonies, I'm going to share a clip. I actually cut 2 peonies. They were the first peonies that I've ever grown. It took 2 years for them to grow. I have nasturtiums, milkweed. I have a butterfly section in my pollinator garden, my herbs. I planted yarrow, more pansies. In fact, there's some pansies that just sprouted out of the ground. Everything was pretty much planted from seeds. I added a couple pepper plants just because I haven't been able to really get out here in the garden like I really want to. My lavender had bloomed. My petunias, I have some firecracker red, beautiful, beautiful plants. Some more petunias, the purple petunias. I have a butterfly plant that sprouted. I have some echinacea coneflower that is getting ready to bloom. I will share a video of that. That's one of my favorite. Some purple sage, some yarrow back in this area that I planted from seeds. Some of it has sprouted, and I added some more pansies in here. They sprouted. Snapdragons. If you haven't already, watch the video that I just posted. I've got tomatoes. This is my second phase of my spring garden, getting ready for my summer garden. So I've already harvested tons of tomatoes. I'll add a clip to my tomato harvest. I replanted more tomatoes from seed, and they are starting to bloom. I have my favorite purple Cherokee tomatoes, different variety of tomatoes. My asparagus has ferned. I've harvested my asparagus. I have some more blooms here. My nasturtiums are starting to bloom. I really apologize that I haven't really been able to really get some really good footage. As I shared, I didn't want to disturb the wildlife, nature in my garden. I have some scarlet runner beans. I'll do a closer clip. I have raspberries galore and blackberries, which you've already seen. I kind of pruned this area, and it looks like I need to go back in there and prune, but I pruned it because my vision was to add a little seating area. But of course, when we plan things, it doesn't always turn out the way we planned, and that's okay. It's in God's timing. And so this was actually my first year actually enjoyed watching the wildlife birds hatch from their eggs. It's just beautiful. And I can feel God's presence all through my garden. Every day as I step through my garden, the Holy Spirit is with me, and it speaks with me. And I love sharing my garden with you. There's blackberries back there. This is the second phase of my tomatoes. I've already harvested those, pulled those out, and replanted a new batch of tomatoes. It's actually really hot. We had lots of rain last weekend. I haven't watered my plants. We're gonna get rain tomorrow, so I'm gonna allow the rain to water my plants. I have some zinnias that sprouted. I did plant this Rapunzel tomato plant. I found that in the clearance section at Lowe's. It was on sale for 50 cents, and I actually brought it back to life. But pretty much everything else was planted from seed. Some more snapdragon you have to seed without getting too close to the blackberry bush nature. But look at those snapdragon, that's beautiful. So I have different colors, reds and purples. The purples and the blue is popular for 2023. And of course, this whole area right here, you will see red dahlias, red scarlet zinnias, and you will also see scarlet runner beans. I have some yard-long beans, 2 different varieties. The Rapunzel tomatoes. On my thyme, spinach, lavender, lots of goodies in the garden. There's a couple that's still not ready, but it's so nice to hear the birds chirping, to see everything growing, and to find strawberries that you planted last spring that are regrowing. There's some parsley from last season, some mint. And let's walk down. We've got some more tomatoes that sprouted, carrots. I've got some fennel here. Look at the nasturtiums. And my milkweed resprouted. Got some more milkweed down there. Some borage that regrew. This chive's doing good. Look at all that spinach. Bloomdill spinach. We've got some onions, some more parsley, more cilantro, more Swiss chard. I planted some okra in there. And some oregano in the back. Some more tomatoes, more parsley, more snapdragon. Everything is growing. Another dahlia. Some pineapple sage, more zinnias. Here I have some Chinese yard beans. I have 2 different varieties and they've sprouted. Some oregano, some more tomatoes in this little area, more oregano, and some more yard-long beans. Chinese cabbage that I let flower. It'll go to seed. It just looks so pretty. Some peas that I planted. Here I planted some sunrise tomatoes. And this is some lettuce that I've been harvesting on. And my dahlias have sprouted. From last year, it's got 2 flowers on there. some more dahlias that resprouted from last year. Some onions. Rosemary from last year. Some more broccoli. Got some peppers in this small little space. Some eggplant and some beets back there. And some lacinato kale that is flowering. I'm allowing it to flower. Some onions. And then I've got some cucumbers along there. Here, bee balm, some thyme that hasn't came back over here. So what I'll do is I'll just cut this back, and then I planted some more seeds. I had to pull out my yarrow, so I replanted some yarrow in this area right there. So this is the second phase of my garden. Everything is growing and blooming. Some lavender. I'm super excited. Strawberries. So I just wanted to share the reason why I haven't really been doing the videos is because I've really been bird watching and allowing the process to take place, and hopefully in 5 days I can get out here and start planting my summer garden. As always, stay loving, be kind, and stay healthy. I will see you in my next garden video. Blessings. And don't forget to give this video the biggest thumbs up. It really does help me with the algorithm. And also, if you enjoyed this content and like to see more, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you.